Are you frustrated with your midlife middle? The muffin top or extra skin around your midriff that spills out of your waistband is just a fact of life for those of us who have given birth, gained weight, or are just experiencing the changes our body brings with age. So, suffice it to say, if you have a muffin top, you are not alone. But as common as muffin tops are, dressing to hide one can be a bit of a challenge. It's one of the most often asked questions I get as a style coach. I've created a video series just for you to help you know what to wear to look great and feel fabulous despite your midlife middle. How to Mask a Muffin Top is a fun video series I created with easy, actionable steps that are quick to implement and that you can do right away. Designed to give you exactly what you need to know how to hide that pesky bulge and feel confident again, How to Mask a Muffin Top is a wonderful resource you can go back to again and again. To learn more, click the link in the show notes and get ready to mask your muffin top stat. Welcome to Style by Mary Michelle, a podcast designed to empower you through personal style. I'm your host, Mary Michelle Nidifer, a master style coach, founder of Style Finder Boutique, and creator of the Style Finder ID system. I'm here to help you know what to wear, how to wear it, and how to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. Let's go. Hello, friends. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm sitting here on a beautiful July afternoon and just, so excited about so many things that are going on. July can be kind of a weird time. And I think historically, July has usually been a big month for me. I've done a lot of big things in July. And I don't know why that is, but I remember when I opened my very first boutique. I don't know if anybody listening knows me or has known me for that long, but I opened my very first clothing boutique in 1997. That's right, head over heels. I designed hats, clothing. Well, we sold shoes. I didn't design shoes and accessories. And we had the best time. I used to make custom wedding gowns for women. In fact, it's funny. We were at the dinner table the other night and my stepdaughter asked me about meeting Tom Hanks because I relayed to her the story of making a wedding gown for Tom Hanks's niece. Hanks's, is that the right plural? For his niece. And she actually was here in Raleigh and was someone that I was friendly with. And she invited me to the wedding and I got to sit with him. And he was just, he was so nice. And he and his wife, Rita, were amazing. And it was just not, it was not a big deal. We didn't, everybody was just super chill and we had a great time. So anyway, that was my past history. And in July, I also in 2008 launched my style coaching business, which looking back, I probably could not have picked a worse time. However, that's when I was called to launch it. In 2008, I was going through a crazy time and I'm not going to dive into the whole story, but let's just say that my former husband had just found out he lost his job. I'd been a stay-at-home mom for a while, and I felt the calling to become a style coach, and I felt pulled to launch that month, and it was a great month. I've had some of my best months in my business in July, and July is just, I don't know, I feel like it's such a pivotal time. And I think part of it is because, well, it's the beginning of the second half of the year. And I think it's a really great time to reflect on where we are in the year, if we're hitting our goals, if we're doing what we want to do, and can really be a good time of momentum. And one place I want you to gain some momentum is in your style and your wardrobe. And I think this season is, this is sale season. It's also heavy travel season. And all right, if you guys can see me, if you're ever on YouTube and you can see me, I'm holding my mug. I'm drinking this gorgeous tea. I have been so turned on to great teas. And one of my favorites is it's Pu'er. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I'd never heard of it until fairly recently, but it's a chocolate Pu'er or chocolate ribose and is so good. So good. I tell you what, I eat chocolate in some some form every day, in my oatmeal and my smoothie bowls and my tea and my new favorite granola. I tell you what, my new favorite granola is, and I know I'm all over the map today, but that's just, it's just how it is. But my new favorite granola is this chocolate and coconut granola from Aldi. It's in this sort of teal blue bag. And when I went to see my friend Ellen a few weeks ago in Charlotte, it's so funny. She had no idea I love that. And we were talking about granola and I told her, and she's like, oh my God, it's my favorite too. But it turned out she likes the dark chocolate with sea salt in the red bag. I never tried that. So I love that too. And so I now go and just stock up because it is so good on a smoothie bowl or just straight out of the bag. Don't tell anybody. But if you can see me, I'm drinking my tea in my mug with the Eiffel Tower on it. And I am so flippin' excited. I booked a solo trip to Paris. That's right. I'm going to be going to Paris by myself in September. And I know my mom's ready to freak out. But, I've done a lot of traveling over the years by myself. And I think because of the business that I'm in, there have been a lot of opportunities for me to go to New York or Atlanta and go do buying for the boutique, or over the years when I've worked with a business mentor and I've flown across the country or had a conference, or I've gone to speak, and it just worked out that it was just me. And I was totally fine with that. But I know in the beginning I was like, oh, can I do this by myself? But now I'm like, it's not a big deal. And I've never left the country by myself. So I'm not really nervous. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be fine, but I have talked about going to France. Actually, I've talked about going to Italy. I thought I was going to be going to Italy this year. And then it just hit me. It just felt like, okay, Paris is calling. And it just felt right. And Big Daddy, Jim, okay, it's funny. A friend of mine saw him the other day and she's like, you can't call him Jim. You have to call him Big Daddy. Like, okay. So Big Daddy and I had talked about it. And I tell you what, he just doesn't love travel like I do. And he's been really into golf. He has been on the golf course. He has been getting his fitted for clubs and doing all his things with golf, which is great. That's his thing. He's found his passion, but travel is mine. And one day he just said, you know what, why don't you go by myself? Now, I'm not going to tell you I hadn't thought about it, but I didn't want to hurt his feelings. And when he said that, I'm like, yes, every fiber of my being lit up. I'm like, okay, done. I'm there. And so I picked out a week that worked with my schedule. I said, I'm in. And it turned out we had some flight credit. So I was able to get a great ticket. I found a fabulous hotel. I'm going to be in the 8th arrondissement, which is, I think it's going to be very centrally located to a lot of things that I'm going to be doing. So, but this is not a travel podcast. I'm not going to digress too much today, but just know that over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be sharing what I'm packing, what I'm wearing. I'll share some things that I'm doing, because one of the podcasts that I listen to this other podcast. It's called Tranquility du Jour. I love it. I highly recommend it. And I hope you go listen to it. Now, I reached out to Kimberly. I'm hoping to have her on the podcast as a guest in the near future. But I listened to one of hers. She has been to Paris quite a bit. And I have gotten some great tips from her of where to go, what to do. And I am planning out my whole itinerary. I cannot wait. And I tell you what, I booked it for a week. And now I'm starting to think I'm not going to have nearly enough time. But I digress. So today we're talking about the best bargains to score on sale. Why? Well, because we're in the midst of sale season. And if you are local, come shop with us at Style Finder, because we are taking new markdowns literally weekly. And we were laughing this morning at our staff meeting. Meredith made a comment about how she accidentally way marked something down. And then she realized it and came to her senses. But we do have some crazy bargains, and seriously crazy bargains. I'm not even going to begin to tell you what's on sale, because there's a lot of great stuff. In fact, I was in there visually shopping during our staff meeting, and there's some things that I need to put in my closet, I believe. But I wanted to talk about this today because so many women over the years have made mistakes when it comes to shopping, and especially shopping the sales. And so I really wanted to shed some light on what should you be looking at during a sale. I know some women shop only when there is a sale. And you know what? If that, you do you. I'm not here to judge your shopping habits. But what I do want to do is guide you to what you should be looking for and how you can really use a sale to build your wardrobe. When I first became a style coach, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, I was a blogger. I was a beauty and style blogger. I'd been a stay-at-home mom, and my former husband, had just lost his job. We didn't have a lot of money, but yet I wanted to be a style coach. I was stepping into this new role, and I'm like, I have to look good, right? So I learned real fast how to build an excellent wardrobe, practicing what I preach on a budget. I'm working on a course that's going to be available very, very soon. It's called Look Fabulous for Less. And I am giving you really all my best secrets, because in the beginning, when I first became a style coach, like I said, I didn't have a lot of money, but I'm all of a sudden thrust in the public eye. I'm working with clients. I'm working with some very high level, high profile clients and helping them know what to wear. So I had to look really good. And I was on TV. I was out there speaking. I was my brand. And I didn't have a lot of extra money, and I didn't want to run up my credit cards. So I just learned how to look fabulous for less. So you can tell that I have a lot of experience in this. And I think just because I love to shop, I love a good sale. But I have learned that sale can often be a 4-letter word. And what I mean by that is that oftentimes when women hear the word sale, their pulse quickens. It's like, boom, go time, right? You get that just that feeling of like, oh my gosh, it's on sale. We have to buy something. And oftentimes it can lead to impulse buys that can really wreck your wardrobe and wreak havoc on your style. Because what happens? You get in there and you find something and you settle oftentimes. Or you buy something and you're like, oh, I really liked it in the moment when I saw that it was only $24.99. But then I got it home and I was like, you know what? It just doesn't work for me. I want you to be a great shopper. And I want you to be really targeted and really focused, because it doesn't matter how much has been marked down. And if you've listened to my podcast from the past couple of weeks, you've heard all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I want you to have a beautiful wardrobe. I want you to be able to walk into your closet and look at your clothes and feel proud of what's in there. Not because of how much it costs or what brand it is, but because you have carefully cultivated your wardrobe. Now, I am going to be talking about this in a future podcast. I really want to help you cultivate your wardrobe, and I'm going to be sharing how. But today we're talking about the 7 best bargains to score on sale. Now, the first one is anything you'd normally pay full price for. And this is where you can really take advantage of sales to stock up on those things that you love. Now, let's say you walk into a boutique and all of a sudden your favorite layering tanks are 20% off. Well, you would pay, let's say our everyday classic tank from Eliaton. You would pay the however much it is, $34, $36, you would be willing to pay that because they're so good. But if you can find it at 20% off, stock up. That's where you might want to buy 2 or 3, because they're pieces that you're going to go to over and over again. They have a place in your wardrobe. They fit you well. You rely on them and they feel great. But you don't want to buy too many. Don't get too crazy and say, oh, they're 20% off. I know I'm going to wear these. And then you buy 6 or 8 in colors that you don't really need. That is actually going to hurt you. So be discriminating. Just tell yourself, hey, I'm only going to buy what I know I need. And this is where you want to show some restraint. Just because it's on sale does not mean you need it in your closet, right? Now, I've actually kind of created a whole little resource library here for you on the podcast. And so what I'm going to do with every step is I'm going to give you another podcast to listen to to really help you go deeper. That's really what this is all about. It's about layers. It's about understanding things at a deeper level. And so I'm going to recommend podcast number 98. Should I buy one in every color? Because I want you to know when to buy one in every color and when not to. And chances are you're not ever going to buy one in every color unless it comes in 2 or 3 colors and they all happen to be your best. So, but go listen to that podcast because it's full of great tips to really help guide you into understanding. Just because your favorite t-shirt is on sale, what do you need to buy? Do you buy 1? Do you buy 6? How do you know? But anything you pay full price for, meaning if your favorite pair of jeans that are seasonless, you're going to wear them season in, season out. You happen to be a size 4. We've got a size 4 of Liverpool in your favorite style on the sale rack. That's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. You'd pay full price. You know they're going to fit you. It's a brand you know, like, and trust. That is a no-brainer. Anything you'd normally pay full price for. Let's say you're shopping for a handbag and you find a handbag that you absolutely love and it just happens to be on sale. Go ahead and take the plunge and know that it's something that you would have paid full price for and it's something that fits into your wardrobe. All right, number 2, tops in your best colors. Well, kind of like number 1, should I buy one in every color? I don't know, should you? But this is where I want you to think about, well, what are your personal best colors? And what are the hot colors of the season that you want to bring in? Tops, why tops? Well, tops because they bring color around your face. If you could see me, you could see I'm wearing black today. But hey, you know what? That's how I roll. I love some black. And I'm going to rock black. Even though I'm writing a book about how to wear color with confidence, black is one of the colors that makes me feel confident. So, hey, it just is. Plus, I'm dramatic. So if I don't wear black, it just doesn't feel right. I don't know why. Black is just, it's an interesting color. But I do go through phases where I do not want to wear black. So I think post-COVID, I really did not want to wear black. I gravitated towards bright colors. I wear a lot of bright colors, especially when I'm on camera, not necessarily doing a podcast, but when I'm on camera or have to speak, typically I'm wearing vibrant colors. But when you wear tops in your best colors, it brings the focus to your face and they can light you up. And I want you to think about what those colors are. What are the colors that you get into your wardrobe and you want to see more of? We've been doing a lot of videos. If you don't follow us on Instagram, what in the world? You are missing out, literally. Our Instagram has blown up. You can find us at Shop Style Finder. On Instagram, you can also follow me at Style by Mary Michelle. But our Instagram at Shop Style Finder has blown up. I think in early May, we had about 2,500 followers. Now, as of today, we had 151,000 followers. And the cool thing is when we do a live, when we get on live and we'll just field questions and answers. Camelia and I both take turns going live. She'll show how to build a wardrobe capsule, or I'll share some, stylist favorites, or we'll show a style tip or talk about a pertinent issue. We have women from literally all over the world. And I know here on the podcast, you guys are from everywhere. And I love it so much. I love knowing you're from Australia and the UK and New Zealand and Sweden and Switzerland and India and Dubai and Cyprus and Africa and everywhere. And I love it so much. And I think it's so cool when we do a live to know that you're there with us live and you're asking us questions. And one thing that I've shared recently is that a lot of the questions I'm being asked from women all over the world or all over the US, we're all the same. We're all the same. People are asking, how do you dress for your body type? Or how do you wear your best colors? Or certain things like that. We're all the same. We're all the same. And I love it because I'm able to give you answers that can help. Or show style tips or show you some of our new favorites. But come over and join us at Shop Style Finder because we are delivering so much great content. We are shooting tons and tons of reels. And one thing we've been showing a lot of is finding your best colors, finding your eye enhancer color, finding your hair enhancer color, and really knowing what colors light you up. I posted a video recently of a woman. Actually, I had a client come in. Megan Summerall. Podcast was she on? She was on one of my recent podcasts, and she is a fabulous productivity expert. She was on episode 96. So go listen to her podcast on creating work and life harmony. But Megan is actually local to Raleigh. She came in with her mom, and I shot some great videos. And I have this wonderful video of her mom who has beautiful white hair and these really kind of pale blue eyes. And when I put this icy blue, it wasn't even I think it was a dress. And I just kind of draped it around her. When we put this icy blue up against her, it popped her eyes, it popped her hair, and it made her look so beautiful in person. And I told her, I said, you need that color in a top in your closet. And she looked at me, she's like, I don't have anything in that color. I'm like, this is one of your best colors. You're missing out. And so I encourage you, go to our Instagram feed and look at some of our videos on colors, on making your eyes pop, on really just wearing your best colors. Because when you bring in your vibrant colors, your eye color, or the colors that make your eyes pop, when you bring those in tops especially, then that's where the magic happens. It's right around your face. You reap the benefits, and it just looks great. And I encourage you to just really explore. If you have no idea what make your eyes pop, go watch some of our videos. Go experiment, get into your closet, hold things up around your face, go shopping in your favorite boutique, and see those colors that maybe you haven't tried before. This is where I encourage you to step out of the box a little bit and wear something that maybe you haven't worn. All right, number 3, jeans that fit you like a glove. Now, kind of back to number 1, anything you'd pay full price for, jeans that fit you like a glove. Now, ladies, let me bust a couple of myths here. I have been seeing something online recently, and I do not like it. I have been seeing women saying that women over 40 should not wear jeans. And I'm here to tell you that could not be further from the truth. I tell you what, you can wear jeans until you're 110. If you love them, if they fit you, if you feel great in them, why not? I had a woman comment on one of my videos, and she said, you really shouldn't be wearing jeans. You're too old. Who said I'm too old to rock a pair of jeans? Jeans are a classic. And when you find a pair of jeans that fit you like a glove, buy them. Buy them, because they will be worth their weight in gold. Now, this is where I want you to really take stock of what jeans do you have in your closet? What are your jeans doing for you? Are you wearing the right jeans? I remember years ago. Now, I had a client, and this was years and years ago. And I remember she was getting ready to go on a trip, and she pulled out a pair of jeans, and they were what you would call matronly, in my opinion. They were not flattering on her in any way, shape, or form. They had elastic at the waist. They were very baggy, not baggy in a cool way, but baggy in like, they're just a little too big for you. They're not doing you any favors. And they were too long. And she had actually worn them somewhere else. And instead of having them hemmed, she rolled them up. Now they had a wide leg. And I don't know if you know what happens to wide leg pants or jeans when you try to roll them up. They don't really roll very well. They kind of look sloppy. Now, if you cuff them and stitch them, that's one thing. But if you just try to roll them up, they're not really going to stay. And she showed me these jeans, and I just thought, without being judgmental, my thought was that these are not doing you justice. They were not flattering to her figure. And I think this is where she just didn't know what else to wear. And so we worked hard to find a pair of jeans that actually fit her body. And when she tried them on, she really had no idea what to expect. First of all, she looked like she visually lost 10 pounds. And she was super excited about that, but they felt good. They didn't feel like she had these big swinging legs with heavy cuffs on her. They flattered her. They made her look like she had a figure. My point is that she didn't know what she didn't know. She didn't really think that she could wear jeans because of her age. And so she was kind of wearing more pants made out of denim. And they didn't really work on her. I'm not saying that they can't ever work for somebody, but this particular style in this particular way did not particularly work. And so I want you to think about that, because one question that we ask a lot of our clients is, do you need a new pair of jeans? And 9 times out of 10, women will kind of stop and think about it. And some women will kind of look at us like, yeah, I haven't bought jeans in years. Well, I'll tell you what, if you have not bought jeans in years, you are overdue. Now is the time, because you can get a great pair on sale. Now, I encourage you, if you're in Raleigh or near the area, come in. We will give you a jean fitting and we will help you find the perfect pair. But if you don't know what you need, then I encourage you. I have a great podcast, of course, episode number 35, and it's called How to Get Jeans That Fit. But I encourage you to go listen to that and start looking around online. What are the jean styles now? Now, the other myth that I will dispel about jeans is that you have to wear the jeans that are trendy. And that's just not true. The jeans that I encourage you to wear are the style that's right for you. If you don't want trendy, great, go classic. Get a great skinny leg, which you're not going anywhere anytime soon. Get a great straight leg, get a boot cut, get a crop, get what works for you. Don't be afraid to step outside the box and try something different. But I don't want you to get stuck in a rut when it comes to jeans. And so if you have not bought a pair in a while, go treat yourself, or at least go try some on and see what the possibilities are. Tip number 4, pants in your best neutrals. Now, your best neutral for pants, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. If you do not have a pair of pants in your hair color is one of your best neutrals. I would put that on your list. You probably don't need another pair of black pants. If you do, great. But I don't want you to go shopping and think, oh, I'm going to add, pair number 35 to my closet, because you know me. I keep talking about how many black pants I've seen in my clients' closets. And it just gets overwhelming. It gets overwhelming when you look at your closet and you have 50 pairs of black pants and you don't know which ones fit you. You don't know which ones are clean. You don't know which ones are cropped, which ones are skinny, which ones are tight. And it just is way overwhelming. You do not need that many. But there probably are other colors you could bring into your wardrobe. The podcast that I want to recommend here is episode number 6, Your Fabulous 5-Color Capsule, because I talk about your hair color and I talk about some other neutrals that you can think about. But think about, what neutrals do I wear? What neutrals look great on me? My client, actually Megan Summerall, when she was in the other day, we discovered that her hair color, when she wore pants in sort of a sand color or beautiful, kind of like a camel, it looked so beautiful on her. It was a great color combination. And so that's something I would encourage her to add to her list. When her mom came in, she had gray hair, very, very light gray, but it also had some medium to dark gray undertones. And I told her, I said, charcoal is going to be a great color for you. If you're a redhead, I would encourage you to wear rust or brick or something in that coloration. Now, I'm not going to go into all the hair colors. I do that on another podcast. But I just want to give you an idea of what other neutrals to wear. Because when you go out and you can find, I know we've got on our sale rack, we've got some of our scuba, which is ponte knit pants in charcoal or black or cinnamon. And when you can find something like that on sale, it's a classic. It's something that you're going to go to over and over again. And it's also a great wardrobe starter because it's neutral, it's versatile, it fits well, you love it, and you can make a lot of outfits with it. So think about pants in your best neutrals. All right, number 5, jewelry that gives you an updated look. Jewelry. Jewelry can be as expensive as you want it to be, or it can be super, super cheap. Now, I'm a big fan of both. I like investment jewelry that is timeless, and I also like inexpensive pieces that can just elevate your look. Jewelry is the icing on the cake. Accessories punctuate your look. They can really help take it to new heights, and it can help put your own spin on your look. And so I want you to think about, what are those pieces that I could wear right now? If it's, right now in the summer, I've got a great podcast to recommend to you, but I want you to think about, well, what's hot right now? Maybe you want a great pair of chandelier earrings or some fun things to wear this summer. Maybe you want more pearls. Maybe you want to see more silver in your wardrobe. What are the hot trends? Go listen to podcast number 93, Summer Jewelry Swaps to Make, because that can really give you a suggestion of what to buy on sale to bring in right now to elevate your wardrobe. This is a great time to buy things that you can wear now into fall. And so you can be thinking a little forward, which takes me to number 6, items that you'll wear going into next season. There are a lot of great items you can wear right now and into fall. And one thing we have been selling like crazy, liquid leather jackets. Now, our Claris and Wood liquid leather jackets, I don't think we have any in stock right now. We might have one. We might. Out of all the colors, we got our magenta jackets in. Oh my gosh. I placed that order. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I placed my order and my sales rep right back. She's like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Oh yeah, we'll sell these." And she's like, "Can I come work for you?" And she was not sure that we were going to sell that many. And we got the hot pink ones, the magenta ones in. They're gone, ladies. And I have women who have waitlist pre-authorized them on the app. If you saw it and missed it and want one, you can get on our app at Style Finder Boutique. You can waitlist, pre-authorize, and when they come in, which we will be getting more in, it will drop into your cart and you'll be notified. Actually, it's going to go into your cart. Your payment will be processed and it is yours, because if you want one, you better get it now, because you're going to be wearing that all fall long, because pink is a hot color this season. And I got one. I was like, and actually my sales rep called and she had them ready way early. We weren't supposed to get those till August. And she called us in June and said, "We're going to ship." I'm like, "Okay, bring it on. Bring it on." And so I knew that women would be buying those to wear now on into fall. Now, granted, those were not on sale, but I know that everybody who invested in those is going to definitely get their money's worth. But what I encourage you to do is look at pieces that you can wear now, and then you can wear into fall. Blazers would be great. Jeans, any core wardrobe items. A white button-up shirt would be a great item. T-shirts, because you can layer those. Sweaters. Sometimes you can find things from like last fall. Sometimes, people pull out, maybe they've got a back stock of sale stuff. So sometimes you can find really great deals on things that are perfect for the upcoming season. It doesn't matter if it was quote unquote, last season's. It doesn't matter to you if it's something that works in your wardrobe. Now, if it's something that's super trendy that you're like, "Oh, I'd never wear that," don't buy it. Don't even look at that. Don't even entertain it as an option. But when you can find pieces that you're going to go for over and over and over again, then finding them on sale is going to be fabulous. Now, podcast number 68, I go into detail on core items, core wardrobe items, and actually 69, I go into detail on accent items. That really helps you understand the elements of building your wardrobe and what to bring in, how to bring it in. And then usually with core items, those are not necessarily items that are just for that season. Now, it doesn't mean you're not going to have any core items for summer, but a lot of core items are seasonless. A great white t-shirt, some great tanks, a fabulous pair of jeans, some pieces like that, a blazer, pieces like that you're going to go for over and over and over again. And so if you can find it on sale, you can wear it year round, but you can find it on sale, that is a score. Seriously, that's where you need to be like super, super excited about a sale, because it's something that's in your size. It fits you like a glove. It's fabulous. It makes you feel like $1,000,000. All the 5 F's of shopping. Go back and listen to that podcast. Let me see. Which one was that? The 5 F's of fashion, actually. Podcast number 4. I'm giving you guys all the good stuff today. The 5 F's of shopping. The 5 F's of shopping are really my best guidelines. What to ask yourself when you're in the fitting room. How do I know if I need to buy something? So it's a great guideline. I've got some postcards. I used to have some in my office, but I've got some postcards with that on it. I'm trying to give those to everybody I know, because I want you to put it in your closet and go read that. Now, I do have, it's not actually, I'll tell you what, if you want the 5 F's of shopping, go to Shop Style Finder and scroll down to the bottom of the page. We have a free, the 5 elements all women must know before getting dressed. It's a free 5 steps, free report for you, free download. And I think when you do that, I think one of the bonuses is the 5 F's of shopping. I can't remember. We've done a lot of different things, but go download the 5 elements all women must know before getting dressed, because that really gives you insight into what you need. You can print it out if you need to, or just read it online, just skim it. But when you really understand what to think about, it's going to help you be a better shopper. It's going to help you know what to avoid and what to say yes to. Which brings me to number 7. Anything you absolutely, I know this is kind of contradicting myself, but not really. Number 7 is anything you absolutely love. It works for you, and it's an absolute steal. Now, I'm going to tell you about a couple of things that I bought over the years. I remember years and years and years ago, when you have those items that you love, but maybe you wouldn't pay full price for. But it was such a good deal, and it was so perfect when it was a great price that it's a no-brainer. Now, I remember when I was in college, long time ago, I went to UNCG, and I remember going to the mall with Four Seasons Mall with my mom. And we used to love to shop at Express. And I remember walking in there, and a friend of mine, my friend Jenny Steele, had turned me on to this little, I think maybe she was with me or something. She and I found this cute little, technically it was a fanny pack, but it was like a waist belt. And it was in a cognac color, and it had this leopard print little pouch that was perfect for your keys and your ID. So, when you're going out to the club, you could wear that. Well, we found one on sale for $2.99. I was like, oh my God, this is such a steal. And I can't remember how many times I wore that thing when we would go out. And it was just the perfect thing. I didn't need to carry a lot. We didn't have phones back then. I'm dating myself. But it was the perfect thing just to carry the essentials, lipstick, some cash, my ID. That was it. That was all I needed back then. But I absolutely loved it. And I got way more than $2.99 value out of it. Now, I can't tell you. I mean, I'm looking around. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many things in my closet that I have bought that have been absolute steals. And a pair of boots. I actually just bought a great pair of booties on Poshmark not too long ago, which I don't get on Poshmark a whole lot, but every once in a while I'll get on there. And shopping for Paris, I've been looking around, and I have bought a couple of things. I just got myself some new lingerie. And I have bought a couple of things that we don't carry in Style Finder, some things that I felt like I needed to kind of round out my wardrobe. And 2 things are shoes. One was not on sale, and it was an investment. I haven't decided if I'm keeping them or not, but some kind of funky, sort of a hybrid between sneakers and boots. And I put them on, and Big Daddy looked at me like, you just go right ahead. I don't think he knew what to think about that. But I got these great booties. They're very mod looking, very 60s. They're black. They have some tiny, tiny little silver studs. They're from one of my favorite brands, Ms. Moose. And I think they were asking $100. I'm like, I don't really need those. I like those. I wouldn't pay $100 for them right now because they're not a need. So I offered 50. They took the offer. I was so excited when I found that out. It's kind of like Christmas. It's like, ooh, you scored. And so I get these great booties. They're not a need in my wardrobe. They're not really filling a hole, but they were a want. I'm like, well, I got to name my price. I got them. And it was kind of ironic because I had sold something a couple of days earlier and pretty much did the same thing. Somebody offered me way less. I was selling something for $145 and they offered me $75 and I took it. I said, you know what? They really want it. I'm just going to let it go. So I guess it all came back to me. But anyway, I'm super excited because I love anything Ms. Moves. I'm a 10, but I'm a 41, not a 40. And they're a 41. I'm like, okay. So hopefully I'll wear those in Paris. They've got a little kitten heel. I don't know about wearing shoes, what shoes to wear in Paris. If you guys want to give me some tips on what shoes to wear in Paris, I don't know about the streets. Are they cobblestone? Are they good? Are kitten heels going to be okay? Or do I need sneakers? I don't know. I don't know what kind of terrain to plan for. So let me know your best shoe tips. All right, let me recap these tips. Your 7 best bargains. Number 1, anything you'd normally pay full price for is a great bargain. Number 2, tops in your best colors. When you find them on sale, grab them up. Number 3, jeans that fit you like a glove. Number 4, pants in your best neutrals. Number 5, jewelry that gives your look an updated edge. It can be just like, it just makes all the difference. Number 6, items you're going to wear into the next season. So right now, be thinking for us in the US, we're thinking about going into fall. For those of you in New Zealand and in Australia, I guess you guys are going into spring, I believe. So be thinking about that. What can I wear now and what can I wear next season? Or maybe you want to buy something now and save it for, I don't know, a couple months. And then hey, I've got what I need when the next season comes around. And number 7, anything you absolutely love works for you and is a fabulous steal, even if you wouldn't pay full price for it. So, there's little items that just make you smile and you're going to wear them because you love them and they feel fabulous. So, ladies, thank you for spending time with me today. It has been a joy and a pleasure. I'm going to put links for all of the podcasts that I mentioned in the show notes. And also, I invite you, if you are looking to learn more about color or learn more about your body type or dressing for your body type, we've got some fabulous workshops coming up. We also have a great bundle. I'm going to put it in the show notes. If you want to know more about dressing for wearing your best colors, dressing for your body type, and getting in on our Teal Box, which is our personal shopping service, then you can grab that in the show notes for such a crazy deal. We've got a great offer in there. And I want you to go and explore that. Even if you just buy a few pieces, having someone else shop for you, buy things, pick things out that are right for your coloring, for your body type, for your lifestyle, that can save you so much money. And it can really help to be the start of building your wardrobe. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I love you, ladies. Mwah! And I will see you on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in to Style by Mary Michelle, where women come to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. If you enjoyed this podcast, I invite you to leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Style by Mary Michelle and shop our boutique at shopstylefinder.com for the best in upscale casual apparel. Better yet, if you're in the Raleigh area, come see us. We're located in the North Hills Shopping Center, the premier shopping district in Midtown Raleigh. For details and links mentioned in this episode, be sure to see the show notes. Have a beautiful week.